Coming up on today's Wild West. Saddle up for a real deal cattle drive as we ride Montana's DRYHEAD Ranch. He lived the Old West, then preserved it with his paintbrush. We'll show you the home, studio, and the amazing art of the beloved cowboy artist, Charlie Russell. Then, all aboard for the Colorado Railroad Museum.
We'll take you along coming up next on today's Wild West.
The Wild West. It's still out there. And we'll show you how to find it. This is today's Wild West.
Now. I've always wanted to come to Montana and go on a cattle drive.
Something that I've always wanted to do. Because I come from London, I just look up and I think, I'm moving cattle in Montana. Here we go.
Driving cattle at DRYHEAD Ranch in south central Montana. It's remote country, a blank spot on the map. But it's just a couple of hours from the Billings Airport. People from all over the world find their way here to experience the real deal cowboy life.
It's how you think of things when you watch Western movies, you know, and you kind of romanticize it, but it really is here.
Like New Yorker Nan COTY, visiting Montana, pushing cattle horseback for the very first time.
And to be able to enjoy it and make that dream come true, I'm just really blessed.
DRYHEAD Ranch is a working cattle and horse ranch that runs about 1,000 cow-calf pairs and keeps about 150 horses on some 30,000 deeded acres on the vast Crow Indian Reservation.
If you're looking for a swimming pool or tennis courts or even just trail riding, DRYHEAD Ranch probably isn't for you. But if you want to experience a real working cattle ranch, this is the place to saddle up.
For nearly 40 years, DRYHEAD has welcomed a handful of weekly guests, no more than 10 at a time, to experience their way of life. Do whatever it takes to keep the ranch running.
We get them up early in the morning and we sometimes keep them out late at night, and that's just the way it is when you run cattle.
It's incredible. Unbelievable. It's more than I anticipated.
This week before Memorial Day is one of 4 spring cattle drive weeks at DRYHEAD. And the day starts early with a hearty breakfast at 6 in a log cabin dining room that was once the homestead cabin of Jennifer's great-grandmother. Located miles beyond the end of the pavement, DRYHEAD Ranch headquarters is in a beautiful canyon lined by rimrock walls. Indians ran buffalo off one of the cliffs here, known as a buffalo jump, a method they used for hunting the animals before they had horses. The many dry buffalo skulls found in the area, or dry heads, gave DRYHEAD Ranch its name. Every morning after breakfast, we pile into a couple of 4-wheel drive Suburbans for the adventurous drive down the long, muddy, and rutted ranch road.
Everybody on?
To meet our horses and the cattle herd, we'll spend the day driving.
Let's head out, guys.
It may be late May, but overnight snow has it looking more like winter than spring.
Did you get snow done?
A little bit.
Yeah. It's a kiss from Canada.
But we're all dressed for the weather, prepared for a wet and cold day in the saddle and a day of adventure, driving cattle. This is not a make-believe cattle drive. The ranch really does need to move these cows. The herd has just spent the winter on DRYHEAD's winter pasture land outside Lovell, Wyoming, just south of the Montana border. Come spring, it takes 4 separate week-long cattle drives to bring 1,000 cow-calf pairs up to their summer range. The animals will be driven out again in late November in what can be brutal winter weather. It'll be plenty western on this drive.
Love this Phoenix weather.
As we endure rain, cold, and even snow for much of the week, with a howling wind as well.
A little cold, a little rainy, but it's a beautiful day in Montana.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah.
But no one complains. After all, the weather just adds to the adventure of living the dream.
Yeah, it's brisk, isn't it?
It is brisk, and it's wet, but we're getting there.
A rainy, cold day on a horse beats any day at a desk.